Well, hello everybody. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian here with a new video. Um, let's just start with sharing today's chart, starting with Aries, where we put Aries on the ascendant, where we have Neptune and Mercury, which is a Neptune is 0 degrees, almost 1 degree of Aries. Mercury at 6 degrees and 24 minutes in Aries, and Chiron in Aries at 23 degrees, 38 minutes. Well, you're ruled by Mars, and Mars is in your fifth house of Leo, creativity, children. So Mars takes action, initiates things, also cuts and severs. Mars does that too. So fifth house themes are also eighth house themes are important at this time. First and eighth, and it's in the fifth. So could be all about you and your another person, your spouse's money or money you inherit, um, marital, prenuptial agreements. Also is the eighth house. Also inheritance and money that you owe the bank or loans and credit card bills. So quite interesting for Aries at the moment. You have all this and with this planetary energies happening in your 12th house of self-undoing, hidden enemies, past lives, dreams, prophetic dreams probably at this time too. Aries rising, yes. Let's move on to, whoops, too far. Taurus, right? Taurus. Well, this is all about Venus. Venus rules you, which is in your 11th house in Pisces, of friendships, monetary, financial windfalls, maybe. Here you have the moon and Venus and Saturn all in your 11th house of friends, benefactors, and it also rules your 6th house of work, your service to others, what you do to take care of yourself and your health, pets, even. But we have this T-square, which is happening for all of us. So for Aries, it would be your 2nd house. The sun is in your 2nd house of money. And this would be in your 11th, right? Yeah, the 11th and the 5th houses, where Pluto and Mars are opposite each other. So for Taurus, this is in your career and your home and you, this tension happening here for you, Taurus. Let's see. But actually, yeah, I think that you could find solace with your friends, people who are in groups that you join with like-minded people that you will be very um in tune with. All right, next, Gemini. Well, Gemini, you're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is in Aries in your 11th house. And Mercury rules you, the first house and your 4th house. Mercury could be things that have to do with your personality and your home, going to your friends. So friends may feel like you, um, well, you'll be talking to friends like they're family or they're very close to you. Or they feel like they're home with your friends, with Mercury ruling your 4th and the 1st house. You're very close to your friends right now. Gemini, this 10 T square, the sun in the 12th, and then the 9th and the 3rd house. So it's interesting. The 9th and the 3rd. Or well, the 3rd and the 9th, actually. Mars is in the 3rd, and Pluto is in the 9th. So yeah. So you could have some interesting things coming up from the past that are lighting up for you with this T square from your childhood, their 3rd house to 9th house matters. Of higher learning. This is elementary school, the 3rd house. This is 9th house is college level. And above, higher learning. Higher education is 9th. So going on to Cancer. Well, Cancer, you're ruled by the moon. And the moon for this today and tomorrow is in Pisces. And then actually, I'm going to move this into days because they are ruled by the moon, and the moon is going to move into Aries on the 25th. About then, by the 25th, the moon will be in Aries, and then the moon will be in Taurus at 7 degrees, conjunct the sun, which is a new moon on Sunday. So we're going from the 9th house to 10th and the 11th. So the 9th, 10th, 11th houses will be very important emotionally for you. But today, this moon is in Pisces. Tomorrow until the weekend when this new moon, something new will be occurring for you in your friends zone, your friends, benefactors, the monetary gains, financial, monetary gain from career. So it's culminating, and then we get something new for you, Cancer. And this T-square is, well, the apex is from the sun to Mars, and Mars to Pluto, opposing Pluto, the sun square Mars. So this is this tension that you're feeling. Everyone's feeling this in some sector of your life. It's how you deal with those and to move forward and past them and through them. Go through it and don't fight against these. Take some action from Mars and things will work out. Always, whenever there's a T-square, you work things through. I have this in my natal chart. Not these specific planets, but my natal chart. I have a T-square from Venus to Pluto to the moon, to my moon. So, all righty. Moving on to, oops, wait a minute, I'm going too far. I'm going in days, Jim. Hours, we're moving the hours. All right, on to Leo. Leo, you're ruled by the sun. And that is in your 10th house. Oof, maybe there's something going on in your 10th house. This light is being shown, a light is shining on your 10th house. Needs some adjustment, or maybe you'll be fired or quit your job. Uh, I would say that you're not going to be seen in a very good light here because Mars is in your first house. The sun is in the 10th. And Pluto is in your 7th house of one-to-one relationships. Doesn't matter what type of one-to-one. Could be even your spouse or a business partner, then your the public, how the clients could have a blowout with you or argument some kind. All right, well then, so his T-square is really important for you, Leo. It's going to be tense, so try to work through it. Maybe take some solace in your personal life. and private life in your fourth house right now. And go into hermit mode, I guess, possibly, until this energy surpasses, or you can work through it by dealing with, since Mars is in your first house, it rules your ninth and your fourth house. So maybe looking into something more spiritual, godly. This because the ninth house is the house of God. Or you can go into your fourth house and retreat and just take some time to be at home alone in your fortress of solitude. Alrighty, Virgo. Virgo, well, you're ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is in your eighth house in the sign of Aries. And Mercury rules your 10th and the house of and the first house. The house this is you, the house of you. This is the first house, the 10th. So something mysterious and secretive could be in the works here. Mercury in your eighth house. And addictions or some sort with Neptune here. But the sun is in your ninth house of higher learning, of your spiritual and religious beliefs and your values. No, that's your your philosophy of life. Philosophy, higher learning, your higher purpose. Could be some from, but there's a tension here from the past or a hidden enemy. And your sixth house of work, service, and or servitude, which is going to bring some very tense, very enlightening things to you, because the ninth house is enlightenment also, higher learning, the house of God, which is like the highest, like a higher calling. And so yeah, actually there's this tension here that you will need to be worked through. um, so yeah, it's actually going to be some kind, you're going to feel it. Maybe some secrets will be revealed to you with Mercury here that will be either alarming or illuminating, or you'll get a message that this mystery you've always needed to unravel, have an answer. All right, let's move on to Libra. Well, Libra, you're ruled by Venus, and that is in your sixth house of work, service, um, pets, uh, health, illness. So you'll be more service, better in a higher service to others. This T-square is happening from your 11th and 5th house of friends and creativity, or your children if you have children, or some tension here between groups and friends and monetary gain from financial from your career. But Jupiter is in your 9th house of higher learning. That's a blessing for you, Libra. um, Jupiter brings wisdom to your 9th house. But Venus is starting to make a square to Jupiter, but that's okay. That's all right too. The moon, you'll be feeling your needs to be of service to others. You'll be more supportive, um, strict and structured in your work and your service to others. Because Venus here is conjunct the North Node in your 6th house and Saturn. Then the moon gets to there, you'll be feeling it even more. That you need to be at work, you need to do more, be of service. And you for you, Libra, well, service of to others is always on your mind. Caring for others. And yeah. Hmm. All right. Scorpio. Well, you're ruled by Mars. Okay. Well, Scorpio, you're gonna be probably dealing with the same thing that Taurus is dealing with, but on sorry, Aries is dealing with, but in a different manner altogether. You may take action or cut and sever something from your career. Scorpio. Pluto is bringing this intense energy from the sun and Mars square. The sun square Pluto, sun square Mars. So you could probably have a problem. Well, there'll be tension with your spouse, one-to-one relationships, any relationship, even friendship, a one-to-one relationship with a friend or a coworker or even your spouse, one-to-one communications or interactions with anybody is not favorable at this time because it could bring some tension to your 10th house with coworkers anyway, or people in your career sector that you work with. And well, Pluto is also bringing some tension to the home, your home life also. Your personal and your professional life is not the best for you, Scorpio. Not the best at all. Clients, your spouse, and all this could be bring attention, a lot of attention and strain to your relationship with your spouse or the your audience, the people you're in contact one-on-one or daily. Scorpio, yeah. Scorpio, yeah. Okay, Sagittarius. Well, Sagittarius, you're ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is in your seventh house, bringing you abundance and wisdom and prosperity with your clients, with your spouse. This is a really great thing for you, Sagittarius. Your the marketplace, your audience, your one-to-one relationships are very prosperous at this time, bringing you abundance and joy, wisdom. But this T-square, the Sun square Mars, Mars opposing Pluto, and Sun squaring Pluto. This is your T-square. That's pointing to the sixth house of work, health, illness. Well, yeah, service. It could bring up some interesting things in your life here with creativity. Well, your higher purpose. Uh, something you may initiate something in your ninth house, or cut and sever something from your ninth house. You might change your way of thinking. Your Mars rules your 12th house of dreams. So this could be, and Mars also rules your 5th house of creativity. The Sun rules your ninth house. And then Saturn rules your 3rd house of home. So this is interesting because Saturn, you're ruled by Jupiter, which is in your 7th house, which is making it, well, square to the moon by this time. And sort of like a weak square to Venus and Saturn. But you'll be dealing with things in your 5th house, your 12th house, dealing with higher learning, book publishing or publishing, getting you to create and write more, and awakening something here in your 3rd house of communications, writing, teaching, learning. So you're probably doing something here, Sagittarius, that could be very beneficial. For me, I have the sun is transiting my sixth and it's opposing Jupiter. I have Jupiter in Scorpio in my 12th house. So if you have any Scorpio planets in Scorpio, um, you'll probably be having a lot of profound dreams because Mars is in, and although it could be, write down, make sure you're writing down your dream, keeping a dream journal, writing down things that are coming up for you from their past, or maybe past lives could come up to you in a dream state. That could be Sagittarius. Capricorn. You're ruled by uh, Saturn. That's right. And Saturn is in Pisces in your third house of siblings, especially one sibling younger than you. Aunts, uncles, cousins, your extended family, your neighborhood, um, neighbors. Saturn also rules your second house of money. And yeah. So this T square is coming from Mars near eighth to the second of other people's money, your money, other people's values, your possessions, other people's possessions is the eighth house. These are your possession or joint bank accounts, credit card bill, debt, credit card, that cards that need to be paid off, or inheritance could be cut off here for you, Capricorn, and dealing with money, finances, and creativity, or your children, um, or an entrepreneurial endeavor, fifth house. This T square is going to be holding a lot of tension here. Let's see. And Mars rules your fourth house and your 11th house. So there could be tension with friends and your mother or in the home. Also, here's Capricorn. Woo, that's not, ooh, there's a lot of, yeah, every sign has some tension to deal with this T square. Oops, Aquarius. Well, this is having to do with other people, maybe uh, having problems with other one-to-one people in the marketplace. Saturn is in the second house. Saturn is ruled by you, so it's ruled by the 12th and the first. Saturn rules the 12th, your 12th house and your first house. So things from the past, things from your hidden enemies could come up this time for you and create from financial burdens. Saturn is putting the burden of keeping your finances in check. And so yeah, you have this T-square from your home and family to your spouse, one-to-one relationships, and you. So you're probably feeling stronger. But Mars is sort of like uh challenging you. All right. So yeah, oppositions are challenges. And squares are also challenged, but they are things you can work through. Squares are things that like light the fire under you to do something, to work on something that needs to be handled. And you can do it. Okay, now we're on Pisces. Well, Pisces, you're ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is in your fourth house, bringing some abundance to your home, wisdom, expansion to your home. Maybe you're expanding your home, building that extension, either outward or upward, and building, yeah, an extended extension to your home, or building higher, another story to your home, making it stronger, making this foundation, or maybe you're working on the foundation of your home to make it stronger, getting that wisdom to build your um the foundation of your life. So but we have this T-square from the third to the 12th to the sixth house. So this is service to neighbors, neighborhoods, your siblings, and Pluto in the 12th house is bringing tense energy from past lives, hidden enemies. They may be coming out of the woodwork, because there's tension from coworkers or people you work with, or are in service, or work in a service industry, that are creating tension with hidden enemies. So yeah, Pisces is but as you know you're you're strengthening your personality, you're strengthening your knowing of who you are. Saturn here, with Saturn in Pisces, building structure, and and this will be almost over when Saturn moves into Aries. And well, next year it'll be Saturn will be in Aries for 2.5 years. Next year, it's going to he'll dip his toe into Aries and over the summer, but then I think it's September, Saturn moves back into Pisces until the end of January next year, 2026. Let's see. Now, let's move this in action weeks. because I think that by May 1st, Venus moves into Aries, right? Yes. Days. Yes. By May 1st, Venus moves into Aries. After we have this new moon on the 27th of April. And then, so yeah, we have this, the T-square is over by the well, the square to Mars, but this opposition will be, is still in effect until May 17th, I believe. No. By May 9th, 10th, okay. Then that's like way out, yeah. Pluto is retrograde. So yeah, we have a lot of going on. So, and then we go to get to May. Where we have all these new things. Pluto will, well, that's an out of sign square. Never mind. um, hmm. Pluto will sextile Venus in the beginning of May. That's a very good aspect. Sextiles. And then we have Mars making a trine to Venus. That's a good thing, I think. Yeah, when Venus and Mars are trine to each other, bringing some good vibrations. Finally, after this whole crazy month of April. And then let's go to the 10th. 11, 12, and then Mercury moves into Taurus by the middle of May. May 24th, May 25th. Saturn moves into Aries. May 25th. Is that correct? I think so. Let me check. My May 25th. Is it May 25th? Yes. No, 24, May 24th. Later in the day, late in the day. May 24th, May 25th. Saturn moves into Aries. And Mercury moves into Gemini on the 25th. later in the day. If we go ahead into hours, Mercury on May 25th. And yeah, in the evening hours, late or night time. Evening hours and on the west coast, it'll be nighttime on the east coast, and the early morning, the 26th, overseas, or in New Zealand, the 26th. And then 27th, the 28th. Oops. Oh, that's moving in hours. Damn. I thought I was moving in days. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 of May, the 31st of May, the 1st of June, then June 9th. Yeah. Let's see. Well, Venus moves into Taurus on June 5th or 6th, depending on where you are. And then the 9th of June, Jupiter moves into Cancer. So I will be covering this in more in depth. I just wanted to go to May and June and share some planetary movements for the next couple of months. And I will go into more depth with that one, because we'll have more to deal with when with Jupiter squaring Saturn in June and Mercury squaring Saturn and Neptune. So that'll be interesting as well. So yes. So I'm Stephen the Jupiterian, and until next time, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new here, hit the notification bell so you'll notified when I post a new video. Post a comment and share this video, and thanks for watching, everybody, and take care. And don't forget, it is in your stars. It's all in your stars, or it's in your stars. It's in your stars. All right. Until next time, peace out.